Okay, so first of all, you're going to need an iPad and an Apple Pencil or whatever digital product you want to use. You connect it to your computer and you start drawing. But I use an iPad and I use Procreate. I learned on Procreate and I'm most comfortable with this program. I know there's lots of other programs out there like Ibis Paint or whatever. I like this one for now. Okay, it's pretty easy. All you need to do is to remember that you are drawing on glass, and it's all the same principles and everything. You learn how to you can just hide your mapping in layers, and then you go over it and it's like it's not even there. So for this, I'm going to draw a girl with a fruit like before. And I'm going to start by drawing a circle. Wait, I didn't choose the right brush. I made my own brushes. And thank you to the teachers that have taught me before. I love your courses and everything. I use some of my favorite artist brushes, but I made my own also. Any regular 2B brush would be fine. 2H brush. I like this one, graphite. Whoops, okay. And start by drawing a circle. That's really big. You hold down with one finger and it makes a perfect circle. And her face goes like this, right? And it kind of goes like this. This girl's face is round. And you just follow the lines of her face. And I draw a T shape to mark out where her eyes would be. You realize that nothing is perfectly centered on the face, that everything is... Oops. Can you see that? It's a lot easier to make mistakes, and you can easily erase them with just a tap of 2 fingers. I literally have to draw her chin over. But yeah, it's super easy to make mistakes and you can fix them later. And it's everything in art is shapes. You have to remember that. As long as you get the shapes down first, then why does her head look like this? You're really just sketching. See, it's all on one layer. She kind of looks like an alien, but you have to trust the process. And then on a new layer, you change the color of your sketch brush to black, and you just follow these lines. nothing in life is perfect. Like, don't beat yourself about it if like it's not exactly what you want it to be. Everything takes practice. As of recently, my art style is more so like I don't know. I just like to feel out the shape of things and then go back later over it. I guess if you know that her nose goes up like this and you kind of like map things out if you want to. How to draw a nose? That is a good question. Wait, I know how to draw. Gravity really does help the hair lie on her face in a certain way. So you have to take account that her hair is going to fall on her face in a certain way. And then her neck is a cylindrical shape, and her back has a slight hunch. I'm just drawing the and so, wait, to draw the apple. See? And then now you can just take away the pink underneath, and it's like it's not even there. The line. Hold on. Yeah, okay. So now, everything that you would want to do under the line drawing is going to show up as another layer. Anything you do above the line drawing is going to disappear. So you want to make sure, if you want to use line drawings, just be sure that it's on the top. I'm going to rename this as line art. And then this is invisible, but it's still on the program as a layer. But you don't need it. If you wanted to later, you want to toggle between it, you can do that if you want to. Just don't delete it right now if you don't want to. Okay, it's nice to make believe it's still there. This isn't something you would see in traditional art. In traditional art, your mapping out is there, and you're going to have to erase it. But the nice thing about traditional art is that you can just pretend like it's not even there. It exists, it's just away. Okay, now this layer, we can call it skin. Everything is layers in digital art, and you really have to train yourself to realize what you're working on and what goes above and underneath everything else. If you know color theory, it's a lot easier to find the right skin tone, but we know that Caucasian people have like a yellow orange undertone. Darker skinned people like Africans or indigenous people, they have like a red or purple undertone. But right now my reference photo is a Caucasian's, so I'm going to find her skin tone. It is a pale color, and I'm going to change my brush to something more painty, not a sketch. Okay, this is not a sketching brush, this is a painting brush. I feel like her face is a little round. Like her face is cute, like she's round. Anyway, if you wanted to, you could warp it out a little more, but I'll do that later. Okay, so you can erase this if you wanted to. And okay, and then you would draw her blush. It's really pretty. It's like pinkish red, and you can change the opacity. And you can zoom in and zoom out with a touch of two fingers like this. I'm trying to see, there's a little blush in here as well. Neck. And then we will call this blush so that we don't lose this later on. And then we get a saturated version. We're going to do shading now. It's always nice to know values so that your shading doesn't get muddy. Because she is orange undertone, you could go into like a deeper orange, like a burnt orange for shading. As we know, everything, whatever the light shines upon is lighter, right? Wait, this is going to go somewhere. Whatever the light shines upon is lighter, and whatever is away from the light is darkest. So as you would see, her shading. I guess you could edit that out later if you want to. You could recognize that the shadow away from the light is here, right? And so then these are good areas to have shadow in. I really would work this with the liquify tool because I made her too thin. She's a pretty chubby girl. Like, she's not fat. Like, you don't say that she's fat. She's round. Like, her face has round features. I have a round face. I guess youthfulness is associated with round features, and so people with round features appear more youthful and abundant. What? Okay, just go with it. Anyway, I really want to fix her nose. We'll just do that later. Her smock or shirt, whatever, is blue. Is like sky blue. It's really pretty, I guess. And you would just go and you would color this. And then you would add another layer for the shading. We're going to draw the creases. These are the wrinkles. The light on my okay, we're going. If you wanted to, you could add life is perfect. You really just feel it out and you hope for the best. I'm kidding. It takes a lot of practice. I'm not even gonna lie. Digital art is so hard, but once you get it, you're like, wow, I'm a genius. Even more. And then if you want to find the same color, you have the color picker over here. There's this little square. And it shows up. Or you might have the color palette around here somewhere. This one. When you practice a lot, you will start to see your own mistakes, and then your eye will get better, and you will see where you're lacking. And it's really not anything that you just do all at once. It's a process. And once you realize where you're missing, you just go back and you do it. And art is not something that can be perfected. It is something that you experience. It is a process, and it is a willingness to learn and to grow. And so once you forgive yourself for being imperfect, then you can have room to learn and to improve. I'm going to draw her hair. You know that these are her smocks and that this is her skin. So her hair goes above her skin. This brush, I didn't make this brush, an artist really makes this brush. It's just streaky, I guess. I don't know. These are one of her first brushes. I don't even think anybody uses them, but I like it. See how streaky it is? Drawing off of a reference photo. Yeah. I'm not doing this from my imagination. I'm literally looking at a picture. like bluish, I would say. Into here, maybe. Is like a decoration. It's not something you should go overboard with. It's something you should use as an adornment. It's like a suggestion. It's not a rule. There's lots of other things to do, like her eyes and her lips and her nose and the apple. Should I do the rest of her face? Her lips are like really red. I'm making fun of myself because I sound like my art teacher from high school, but not. This is her lips. You can draw if you want to. You can go back and erase your line art because you might feel like it's in the way. It's there to guide you. It's not a rule. It's just a suggestion. But you're really just starting out, so you might as well just stick to it. Her eyes look kind of blue. Or maybe I just can't see, but okay. They look like they're staring deep into your soul. Hold on, I'll fix it. They look like the same color for sure. I'm trying to like not let this look creepy. I think this looks like something. Can you see her eyes? I would show you how to draw eyes in another video. In this video, I'm really just layering colors on top of each other because her eyes are the same color as her shirt. And the shadows are also in her eyes. And you don't want her eyes to look creepy, so she has shadows that are covering the top of her irises as she is looking towards the viewer or whatever she's looking at. I'm just drawing the whites of the eyes. Nothing overtly fancy, just a suggestion of it. And then her eyelashes. Again, these are not my brushes. These are someone else's brushes that I learned from. I don't know if I should mention it because she's like a really big artist, but I learned from her. But I use my own brushes also. And then here we have her eyelashes. I have to fix her where did I get eyelashes? Okay. I think now her eyebrows. when I paint, I just use regular painting brushes like this. I made this one. I made it. It's called Painty. And there's a link in my bio to them. I don't know. I really don't like to complicate my life. You can literally like draw digital art with regular painting brushes. If you find something that helps you draw like hair, for example, keep it. It is so useful because hair is so hard to draw. And eyelashes is also very, very finicky. And always give credit to other artists because they deserve credit for what they do. And what else? What? There's something, I don't know, anyway. And I have to draw the apple. I'll just do that really quick with my painting brush. I didn't use a really big size. Nadie lo va a ver. Ay, Dios mío, me equivoco. And wow, that looks kind of bad, but okay. Here is my drawing of a girl. I could add highlights to her face. If I find highlights. Really don't go overboard with highlights. Okay. Here she is. And the background is a tan color. Like with like a slight green undertone. What if I found it? No.